What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Walkamar in the building. My big homie, Nick Shine. And of course, always on the bottom. The man with the Grandmaster plan. Detroit man. My bad. I had to get one off.
Just get it cracking.
Okay. My bad. I just anyway. Hey man, y'all know what it is, man. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of I.O.W. Sports. It's episode 275, and we are here, the finale of our 2023 NFL regular season preview, and we're finishing off the place where the champs stay, the AFC West. But y'all know what it is. Tap in with all that content at the bottom of the page, I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, most importantly, right here on the YouTube channel. Hey, hit that like button, hit that share button, most definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, lets you know every time we drop new content. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter, and you can follow us all individually. But look, let's get down to the nitty gritty. We got a couple of guests with us here today. Ball and Buds, Sports and Entertainment, Bottom Line Sports, done a collab with them. Great cats over there. So hey, y'all know how we been doing this. So we're gonna start the division. But you know what? Let's put that on pause. How my brothers doing today? Right. Detroit Mel, big homie Nick Shine. How my brothers doing today? Y'all doing good?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. We're 7 days out from football. We got college football this weekend. Georgia about to go for a three-peat.
Oh Lord.
Jets should be contending for a title. Should be a good, fun football season, man. I'm looking forward to it, and obviously breaking it down with you guys each and every week. It's going to be fun. No matter what happens, man, we know football is king, and whoever's team comes out on top, we're all going to have a good time, and we're going to enjoy the script that is the NFL, right?
The script, yeah. I just hope the script is in favor of Kansas City because I need to add another banner right here.
Boom. Yeah, I hope that shit don't happen. You becoming unbearable. You're starting to sound like Nick.
What you mean unbearable? First of all, I've actually been.
I wish I could talk about banners.
I've actually been real humble. I've been real humble. Depending, I mean, seeing how
he has been good. He's been good. I would be blocked from this fucking network if the Jets win it. He's been good. There would be restraining orders put on me in real life when the Jets win it.
You got to remember, man. Like I had to suffer 31 years of letdowns and almost there until 5 years ago. So look,
you have no excuse compared to Lions.
I've been well behaved.
You have no excuse compared to Lions.
I've been well behaved. Okay. All right, that's fair enough. All right, well. Yeah, so let's start this AFC West preview at the bottom, and of course, the team that's at the bottom. I mean, I don't see them getting out the bottom, but we're gonna bring in my guy Omar, a Ball and Buds, Sports and Entertainment, Bottom Line Sports. What's up with you, O?
Well, they weren't on the bottom.
Wow.
First they weren't on the bottom last year.
That's a horrible introduction. As your man Nick correctly stated, we were not on the bottom. My close brother Hot Take Jake and his sorry ponies were, but that's not the fact. The fact that you gave me this, the fact that you gave me that intro talking about starting on the bottom like I'm some bottom basic chick or something. I don't know, man. That ain't right. I don't know.
But to be fair, Omar, they were 5-12. You were 6-11. You could smell the bottom. You were one field goal goes the wrong way, and you were like, "Oh, we equal."
Yeah, and not only that, I'm just saying, I'm just so used to you guys being at the bottom. I just just assume. So that's my fault.
To be fair, since 2002, when we got blown out by the Buccaneers in the John Gruden Revenge Super Bowl, we have been in last place pretty much every year, except for a couple of years there with Del Rio. So I do not disagree with you.
Come on, man. Before we get started, man, go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you and check out the content that you got for us.
Yeah, most definitely, y'all. For me, y'all can check me out at Ball and Buds Sports and Entertainment. That is where me and my boys are at. That's my sports entertainment network, just like y'all got going on here. Just a beautiful thing. Friends having conversation, talking sports, having a great time. And we all came together, obviously, and I do want to give a shout out to Dan and prayers to him as well, because he's going through some stuff with his issues. But Let's Talk Sports helps us all get together. They help me get together with you. So I'm super happy about that. They put us together with the bottom line, which is also where you can find me and Jake at. I know he ain't going to promote because he don't know how. So I'll promote for us.
Hey, Jake,
y'all are gonna love Jake. Y'all gonna love Jake. But yeah, anyways, Bottom Line Sports every Sunday, 7 p.m. We'll be there to recap your afternoon day NFL games and preview your night games. It's Flo. He runs the show. Canteen, Hot Take Jake, and myself, the sports professor. We are the Bottom Line Sports. So.
Hey, Mel, balls in bud, not butt. Hey, man, see, Mel, you got your mind in the gutter, man.
See, the problem is
talking buds like we, a little double entendre, I thought
the problem is I saw Mel do a podcast without his hat on. Let's mess everything up.
I thought you were selling weed and it was a business. We got balls and butt.
It's a little double entendre, a little double. Yeah.
We talking jets and we selling bud. It's the Green Bean Show.
Hey, Omar, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Be careful.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought you was running a male escort service. The first time I heard it, I was like, wait, balls and buds.
What?
He's selling weed and balls. I was like, damn.
Sound like you got some kind of gay escort service going on.
I mean, look.
Hey, this is for everybody, dog.
Hey, exactly. Hey, you out there, you people, you do whatever you want to do. I ain't got no judgment on you. Now that being said, I myself am not gay, but that sounds like a tremendous business idea that an entrepreneur could make some money.
Get your bread.
Mel said he likes the did you convert a shed into a studio? I thought you had to put water on the hot rocks because you look like you were in a sauna.
Right.
Hold on.
It's got to exfoliate, bro. No, that was good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's nice and set up.
So I live so I live in Nashville, and in Nashville, as you can expect, every apartment building in the city has a special music studio in it. So I got this music studio for free that I use whenever I want. So
I just sing in my bathroom. I'm from New Jersey. That's high class for us up here.
Yeah, that's high class.
I mean, not many high class things about New Jersey, but I'm sorry.
No. Singing in the bathroom. That's about it.
Hey, Omar, you fitting in just fine, man. You fitting in just fine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So break down your Raiders, man. Be honest with us. How you feel the season gonna go, man?
Oh, gentlemen, I have to rub my head a little bit. I gotta make sure my headache ain't coming on. I might need to take
some balls and buds.
Yeah, right. I might need some super strength bud, but this season
Mel
not
can relate,
good.
Man. You get hit with balls in the head, your head will hurt, right, Mel?
Hey, Omar, please.
I'm gonna save you, and I'm gonna continue, Mel. I don't believe that about you. I don't believe that 1 second about you, my friend. Anyway, as you mentioned, the Raiders are going to be bringing up the rear again, right? Like they've done it many times before. The Broncos are going to be better this season. I know y'all will talk about that, but the Raiders will not. The Raiders have not improved in any area that really matters. The defense sucked it last year. They didn't add very much in way of anything they did. I will say this. I do like the improved secondary. They got Marcus Peters. They got Marcus Epps, Jacorian Bennett. They drafted out of the University of Maryland. It's going to look really good, possibly Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate. But Tyree Wilson, he's still a question mark with his foot injury, who they drafted with the number 7 pick. The defense is still a question mark other than Max Crosby. So if they're still going to be a 28th ranked defense in the league, and your offense has not improved either, because all you did was make either, in some people's mind, a lateral move, in some people's mind, a downgrade from Carr to Garoppolo, then how do you expect your team to improve any? Not to mention the fact that McDaniels, and I know you've heard me say this, Mar, and Some people are about to be really, really mad, but McDaniels may be one of the worst coaches I've ever seen in my entire life. Right next to Nathaniel Hackett and the rest of them. Well, the Raiders fans maybe, because I'm trashing him, but you know what? He blew 5 games last year with leads of 10 or more, including 3 games of 17, one of which I was at here at Nashville where we lost to the Titans. And I had to cry myself across the bridge while the Titans fans mocked me. It's just not good, y'all. It's not good. The team did not get better enough to where they're going to win more than I can think. I mean, I've looked at the schedule plenty. I've tried to hope for 8 wins, and even then I'm inflating myself so much. I don't think they're going to go past 6, and I could even see it being lower than that.
Hey, Mel asked the question.
I really, really like that assessment because that's brutally honest, and everybody comes on here trying to sell their team, and this is the year we're going to win. I mean,
I'm a fan, but
no, I appreciate that you didn't sugarcoat shit, and you were very fair with assessing the quarterback move. I'm a believer that it was a downgrade. They have some individual talent, but it's like they haven't been able to put a team together, you know? So there's work to be done there. And I was pleasantly surprised and shocked with how brutally honest you were. So good shit, man. Way to bring it.
Yeah, you done messed my whole commentary. I was ready to trash. You already did it now.
Yo, when you've lived my life, when you've lived my life as a Raiders fan, and you've dealt with all these years of mediocrity and less than and horribleness and Jamarcus Russell and all this other crap, like,
wow,
you got to be brutally honest with yourself. So,
yeah,
all right, I like it, man. Well done.
So let me ask you this: what took so long to get Josh Jacobs in the building when he pretty much did what Saquon did, get the little extra $1 million more and in the holdout?
Right.
like give us your thoughts on the whole Josh Jacobs ordeal, man.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I never thought in my life. I never ever thought in my life that I did the B rabbit on you. Lotto, your t-shirt don't fit you. Anyways,
our head coach can't coach you.
That the other day.
Hard Knocks. Yeah, that was good.
But anyway, so yeah, no, the one thing, and I never thought I would compliment Josh McDaniels about anything, but the one thing I will compliment him on is his communication. And the whole different scenario in the Barkley and Jacobs thing that people don't understand is that Jacobs and McDaniels had this all figured out from the beginning. Jacobs already said he was going to hold out. McDaniels already said, all right, fine, but we're going to offer you what we're going to offer you, and we're not going to budge on that. And Jacobs said, fine, I'm going to hold out training camp. And McDaniels said, cool, save your body so we can use you in the season. And granted, all this is going on behind the scenes, right? This is coach to player talk. People don't know this is going on, but basically it was, hey, Josh Jacobs, stay out of training camp. We'll offer you a little bit above the franchise tag right around when the season starts. You come back fresh. Everybody's happy. That's why Josh Jacobs, who originally said, I'm going to be the villain, is now very happy and has no problem, as he mentioned today, because that was all planned and that communication was there, which is the best part about that situation is that it didn't end up like the Saquon Barkley situation, which it could have.
What about the long-term, money that Jacobs is seeing? He still really doesn't get it. So
not from the Raiders.
Yeah,
not from the Raiders. No. He might get another franchise tag next year, and he might have to play on that again. And granted, he's still young, but as we can see with how the running backs have been devalued, and that can be a whole nother episode. Josh Jacobs ain't gonna get that contract from the Raiders. He's gonna have to get a long-term contract from somewhere else, unless he is drastically going to reduce his price to like $5 million a year or something.
Right.
Like that. So.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. How the hell does Devontae Adams get the trade, get the money? He was under the impression of playing with a certain roster. Now this roster is getting flipped left and right, and he's pretty much about to look like he's about to be the last man standing. Where's Devontae in all this? Yeah,
that's a great question, and
He'll be in New Jersey by the trade deadline.
I was about to say, he's not long for the Raiders. He's not long for the Raiders. As much as I love Devontae and what he's produced in the past 2 years that he's been with us.
Here.
I mean, I can't disagree. He may be, and he may be a lot of places that are going to want
him New Orleans
at the trade deadline. And I'm going to tell y'all, we got a really tough front 4 games, y'all. We play the Broncos, we play the Bills. We just it's tough, and we could go 0-4. We got the Chargers. We can go 0-4. So Josh McDaniels could be fired midseason. Mar, my statement on that. If he does that bad, John Gruden will be your Raiders head coach next year. But that being said, that's another topic. I just can't see it. Devontae Adams will be traded at some point. He wants to be traded already. He already knows Garoppolo is not his type of quarterback. He came to be with his buddy Derek Carr. Now, granted, he's happy he got that money. I'll tell you that much. He got that payday that Aaron Rodgers was not going to let him get in Green Bay. So, thank God he got his money. And he came and he played well for us and he did his part. But if you think he's going to want to sit around and be on a losing team when there's many teams out there that could be competing for a championship that can use his caliber of wide receiver, and if you think that McDaniels won't want to get up off that contract in order to get draft picks to help him, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. Let me bring my man Jake in. He's a Broncos fan. Now go ahead.
Real quick. I've studied the contract, obviously, looking at the Devontae trade, and you guys will have $19 million in dead money this year. If you traded him before the season, it'll be a full 19, and then the next 2 years will be 19 dead monies. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Raiders decide to move on from it or just make him sit and suffer.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't necessarily think that he's going to suffer per se. I just think, like Mar said, what he expected was to be here with his, college best friend, enjoying life, living in Vegas, having a good time, winning games. And now that's completely flipped on their head because Josh McDaniels has tried to turn the New England Patriots into the Las Vegas Raiders into the New England Patriots West. And that's exactly what he did. I looked at the roster and I counted, I believe, 18 players that have New England ties on the roster right now out of the 54. That's 1/3 Patriots players on our Raiders roster.
Yeah, I don't understand why all the Patriots coaches do that. They just need to come out, stop doing that. It never works. It never works. But every time
the ingredient to the Belichick way.
They're not Belichick though.
There it is.
Brady.
That's the point.
Right. Exactly. And you don't got
Brady is the owner there. Brady's part owner now, so maybe they got what they need.
Hey. Look, don't you dare say that. Don't you dare. Mar, you know what I said. You know what I said, Mar. You know what I said. Hey, the Tuck rule is the bane of my existence. And I swear on everything that's holy in my life. Tom Brady becomes the starting quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders, I am becoming a damn Cowboys fan.
Whoa, it's getting that.
Hey, you went too far.
I will not support any Tom Brady on no Raiders ever.
But why not pick a winner, bro?
Right. Cowboys.
You sounded so smart the whole time, and then you say Cowboys.
That's
a winner, bro.
My dad's a Cowboys fan, so I have a soft spot there for him.
But they were good when he was your age.
Yeah.
Hey, Mel, any questions or comments or thoughts about the Vegas Raiders?
I mean, he said the best thing about Los Angeles is the Aces. I mean, Vegas is Aces. That's it.
the WNBA.
No, you know what? Hey, let me back Mel up on that. There was an interview done by the Aces players, and they were thanking Mark Davis for being such a great owner because he cared more about the Aces than he did the Raiders.
That matters. That means something.
It's a lot of question marks there. I mean, McDaniels is the main one. I think that this team can be salvaged if they get rid of McDaniels. You just need someone that's at the helm that can make the right decisions to bring the right players in and work with the good pieces that you have and get rid of the bad pieces and coach them right. I think McDaniels is the main problem because if McDaniels wasn't there, you probably would have had Garoppolo there. You probably would have had a better option at quarterback. So I think that's the main thing you need to fix is McDaniels first, and then all the pieces will fall in.
Or have just kept Carr, right? The heart and soul of the franchise for 9 years, who you put through crap with horrible defense after horrible defense and didn't allow him to prosper. You know what I mean? And so
because Carr's not horrible, man. He's not horrible.
No. I'm saying you gave him horrible teams and did not allow him to prosper.
I'm agreeing with you. That's me backing you
My
up.
bad.
Let me back you up. Commentate, muchacho. Commentate.
No, because we've already said that on the show is that, you know, and obviously I've seen the Raiders up close more than you guys, Nick and Mel have. It's just the fact of the matter is you can't like, I didn't understand how they even did Derek Carr in the way that they put him out.
Right.
Bro, won't even come to the facility for the last 2 games. And that shit was wild. Oh, I was like, are you serious?
I'd have been pissed. Yeah. And he was. Right. He was upset. Like, how are you going to just tell me you basically are sitting me at the end of the season when I've given you all of this in my illustrious career because you don't want me to get hurt so you can trade me. And then you don't trade me and you get nothing for me.
Got nothing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a common theme, and I say it all the time. The fellas know Raiders would do Raider shit because at the end of the day, it's just been bad management. It's been bad, piss poor management. I've never seen a franchise poorly ran in the last 25 years in this Raiders franchise. I've never seen anything ran so poorly. I mean,
and it makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, why bring Devontae in to get rid of the quarterback? But why bring Devontae in to then trade away Waller? Like, if you're going to tear it down, do what the Cardinals are doing. Tear it down, stockpile draft picks, and then just start and say, everyone, hey, listen, we want to give you a good thing out here in Vegas. We're going to tear it down now, and we're going to build it up through the draft. And we're going to why bring Devontae in, give him that money, and then get rid of Carr, and then get rid of Waller. And then now you're having trouble. You don't want to pay Jacobs. Like, it's like 2 different people are running the organization and they get a different decision. You know what I mean? And they don't have to talk to one another. Oh, we're going to get Devontae. No, we're going to get rid of Carr. All right, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to get rid of Waller. It doesn't make sense. They had a nice little thing. If you had Waller, Renfro, and Adams together, I know Waller and Renfro both missed time last year and didn't have the years of production that they had the previous season. But all together with Adams, that's a nice trio. With Jacobs in the backfield with the rushing leader in the NFL, you should be okay. But it's just, I don't know. It's like Mark said, Raider shit. It's weird. And I can say that because as a Jet fan, we've done some stupid shit throughout the years. So I know stupid football shit when I see it. And unfortunately, I'm not being rude to you, but the Raiders have done some real stupid shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is I thought for a second, I mean, we said on the show, the moment that they moved on from Rich Bisaccia, I thought they were doomed because that man got you through turbulence and still got you to a playoff appearance. Could have won it, should have won it. Zebras were wearing orange and black that night, but it's okay. But it is what it is. But I don't understand how do you take a playoff team and you just completely tear it down within a year? Like,
it's the Patriot way.
No, come on, bro.
No. Wait.
It is the Patriot way. They saw the players happy and they said, "Fuck this, we got to ruin it."
Go ahead. Oh.
This may be a conspiracy theory that is not. This is unfounded evidence, but I believe that Bill Belichick sent McDaniels and Ziegler over to implode the Raiders from the inside. This is what I believe.
He must have sent them in 2002. They've been doing good work for a while.
It was just a tough rule.
They were like, "Hey, we're going to let you get in the Super Bowl, but we're not going to change the playbook from the head coach from the previous season." That's the wildest thing I've ever heard in the NFL, man. They didn't change one check or call or nothing.
Yeah.
I was pissed about that.
Yeah.
I'm still stunned.
Hey, Raiders do Raiders shit. Hey,
but you're right. You're right. Just I know you're gonna sign me off for a second, but you're right. Complete mismanagement. God rest his soul. Al Davis was amazing back in the 70s, 80s. He started to lose his faculties a little bit in the 90s and kind of, started going after fast wide receivers and, trying to recapture the glory days, high price free agent, stuff like that, like the old Skins did. But it just didn't work. And now Mark Davis, he's just not an NFL owner, dude. He's just a guy who inherited a team.
Horrible haircut. Oh my gosh.
And yeah, that you know what? Let me start.
He's not trying to make football decisions, though. He's not
He doesn't. He doesn't. But he does have a say, right? So they know what he wants, and granted, they have the final call, as you can see with the Garoppolo Carr situation, but they also know what he wants, which is why they traded for Devontae Adams in the first place, because that's who Mark Davis wanted to bring on with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. We still love you, old man. You're just gonna have to, deal with another year of misery, but it's okay. I'll put you back in the green room, and now we're gonna bring out our next guest.
Go play the drums for a little bit. That's an awesome setup. That whole style was dope when he turned the camera around.
I know, right? We're gonna bring in our next guest. He also is part of Bottom Line Sports. They call him Hot Take Jake, but I'm telling you, he's a Broncos fan, so I don't know how hot these takes are going to be. So, hey, Jake, what's up, my brother?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
What's happening, man?
Welcome.
There's two teams you can root for, the Cardinals and the Raiders, that you just know you're looking for the draft. You're looking forward to the NFL draft of next year. It's so sad.
Hey, you ain't too far off, brother.
Oh, wait. You can say that about the Broncos, too, but the Seahawks are looking forward to the draft because you gave up picks for a bad quarterback.
Yo, this guy, man, this guy is talking crazy. Boy, those Jets about to ruin your heart pretty fast.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me stop
I
that.
didn't trade for a quarterback who can't get rid of the ball on time. I didn't bring in a coach who
Detail.
runs a read and release system that Drew Brees ran, and yet the quarterback that holds the ball longer than any quarterback in the NFL. I think it's a horrible, horrible pairing.
Jake, your
Russ
turn.
holds the ball too long, and he will not work well in a Sean Payton system.
Okay, Jake.
Watch Drew Brees film and watch
Nick,
Russell Wilson film, and you will see that Russell Wilson holds the ball for longer than any quarterback in the NFL and runs around, and Sean Payton will lose his fucking mind watching that.
This is like undisputed. You give it to him.
I don't know how your jaw's dropping. This is breaking news to you. No one in Denver land said this.
Okay, can you speak now? Go ahead, Jake.
I don't know if you saw the offseason acquisitions that we got. We ended up getting Mike McGlinchey, a great right tackle. That was the first thing. The first thing Sean Payton did is fix that offensive line. The second thing, and it's going on right now, I don't know if you watched preseason, but a boy named Marvin Mims came from Oklahoma, looking like a great wide receiver. So I'm telling you right now, we're doing exactly what needs to be done. I have this team winning the division this year.
Oh, my gosh. There go Jake again. Smoking that shit.
Buzz. There you go.
Hold on. Because you really have to think about this.
Is that the bud part of the show?
It might be both.
Oh, Jake, man, Jake, do not make me defend Lamar and his team. Come on, man.
Please do. Please.
Nick, I want you to think about
it. Let Jake finish. Let's come on, Jake.
Think about this. We have the best cornerback in the game. Sorry, it's not Sauce. It's Pat Surtain.
All right, that's not true. But okay.
First off, we have the best secondary in the whole entire AFC. We have Justin Simmons, Kareem Jackson, Pat Surtain, and boy, we've been getting good with these rookies right now. I love these rookies. Bassey has caught in about 4 picks in the preseason. I'm telling you right now, all we need to do, and I think we're going to do it during the season, all we have to do is get one pass rusher, whether that's somebody from, just get anybody. You know what I mean? Get one little pass rusher. We got Frank Clark from the Chiefs, so we took one away. Hey, addition by subtraction. Addition by subtraction, Nick. Think about it. Not only that, do you really think Sean Payton, who has built up a trash Teddy Bridgewater, the trash Jameis Winston, underachieving and I believe overrated Drew Brees, you believe he's done all this with these quarterbacks, and you don't think he can do with let him cook Russ? Are you kidding me?
No, because Russell's never gotten the ball out on time. You're not teaching an old dog who's stubborn and selfish new tricks. Russ is going to be Russ. You know what, Cookie? He slow cooks because he holds the ball for so goddamn long. And that's not going to work in Sean Payton's system. Go look at it. Everyone else gets the ball out on time. Russ has not done that 13 years. You saw him last year. He holds the ball still, and he runs around, and he's never caught the ball in shotgun, step, read, release. He's always on the bottom of the league in release time, and who holds the ball longest? You can't argue that. He's never done it in 13 years.
Nick, did he not carry the Seahawks for a while there? Yes or no?
No, the run game and the defense did.
Oh, man, Nick, get out of here, man. After 2015, that defense was already falling off, man.
And that was the last time they were good. When the defense fell off, they were not a title contender anymore.
They kept making the playoffs. He had no wide receivers. I can't name anybody on that wide receiver list after what?
Doug Baldwin, Tyler Lockett.
Metcalf.
It was Marshawn Lynch's show. They were always in the top of the league and running the ball. What are you talking about? The Seahawks ran the ball better than anybody. They were one of the top running teams in the mid-2000s.
His prime. Was he not, Nick? Come on, man.
I didn't hear what you said. Ask that again.
He was on the second half of his prime. He was already on the back end. Marshawn Lynch was.
And he was still the main part of that offense.
Oh, my God. What?
Go look at the stats of where they were with rushing yards. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not trying to sell you lies. The Seahawks, when at their peak, were one of the best run-the-ball teams and time of possession teams in the NFL. And they did it with a stout defense. That's when they were at their best. It's not breaking news.
Was Russ not cooking at a perfect time in 2017 on? Was that not his team? From 2017 to 2012. That's when
they were not contenders anymore. But that's when they weren't contenders anymore because it was his team. That's why Seattle got rid of him. How do you get rid of a franchise quarterback if he's still cooking?
Yeah, they had playoff
The
appearances.
organization that drafted him in the third round gave him the starting quarterback position over Matt Flynn, who they brought in for 3 years, $25 million back 13 years ago. It was a big deal. And they gave him the job. And they were a run-the-ball, time of possession team. When they got away from that, they were like, he can't do what we want to do here. And they brought in Geno, and Geno played better with what they wanted to do up there. I'm not talking about when they were going to the Super Bowl, but when they brought in Geno Smith was an upgrade over Russell Wilson in Seattle from year one to year two.
You sound drunk right now. You sound drunk saying that.
I'm not trying to sell bullshit. I'm giving facts.
No,
right. Hold on, Jake. Let's
look it up. The 2020 season, he was playing with scraps. They grabbed Marshawn Lynch from, I think he was over there sitting on the couch watching TV with us. And he took them. He was beating the San Francisco 49ers that year. And they went to the Super Bowl. The only reason they didn't make it that year is because he had nothing but injuries everywhere that year. Go look it up.
Yeah, but we're not in the 2020 season. Respectfully, we're not in the 2020 season. We're not in the 2014 season.
All right, fellas.
2020.
All right, Jake. So let's kind of steer this conversation towards what are your expectations for the Broncos this year?
The Broncos are going to do exactly what that needs to be done. Let me tell you something. We know the Raiders and Chargers have been mediocrity for the past, going on 25, 30 years now? They haven't done nothing.
Well, you got a Super Bowl about 8 years ago.
Who did?
Who that?
2015.
Who?
No, I'm talking about the Chargers and the Raiders. So So I put them to the side. The only team we're looking stare in the face is the Chiefs. And let me tell you something. Sean Payton is the perfect head coach to come and literally show up. And honestly, he has shown me at times he can be better than Andy Reid as a head coach. And I think this year he proves it in his first season. I hate that he's doing that with Russell Wilson. Because you know what? One thing he does is he builds teams up. The Saints were trash.
You put the hat in Mile High.
The Saints were trash before he got there. Yes or no? He showed up. They became great. He won a championship 3 years later. It wouldn't be surprising to me if the Broncos don't win a Super Bowl within the next 4 years. I'd probably book that already. But let me tell you something right now. The Broncos are going to start baby steps, and I love what he did. You just said, Nick, Russ doesn't change for anybody. Have you noticed he ain't been on social media much? Last year, he was everywhere. We had a bum-ass Nathaniel Hackett letting him do everything. Had an office, practically was living in the house over there in training camp over there with Ciara and all her kids. This year, Sean Payton has quieted him down. He said, shut up, Russ. You're gonna listen to me. I'm gonna make this team better. Our defense is already elite. Our offense is right there at the cusp. Remember, we didn't have Javonte Williams. If you saw last year at one point, if we scored 19 points, Nick, we would be 9-1 by week 10. 9-1. Go look that up. That's how bad it was on our offense. That tells you how bad you're about to deal with bum-ass Nathaniel Hackett. Sorry to say that, man. But I got to be honest.
Nathaniel Hackett has a pretty good track record in the NFL, except for the 1 year that he had Russell Wilson at quarterback. So you think Hackett's the problem? Come on.
He was
the only thing hot about your take is your pipe, because you were smoking some crazy shit over there. Nathaniel Hackett is a very good coordinator throughout his career.
He made it look like a circus, Nick. It was a circus last year. Sean Payton is fixing it up.
Was Hackett the one saying, Broncos Nation, let's ride? The circus was Russ. And all 31 other teams know this. For some reason, you don't. The circus was Russ. He was blessed to get the hell out of there.
2 years ago, he was not, before he got injured in Seattle, he was practically, arguably a top 5 quarterback in the league. Was he not? Yes or no?
I have not made that argument in about 10 years for Russ.
What? Have you been watching NFL?
He only watched the Jets.
I'm giving you facts. You're giving me opinions and feelings. Like, you got to give me facts. Russ has never been up there in completion percentage. He's never been up there in efficiency. The only thing he leads the league in is holding the goddamn ball. These are all facts. It's not an opinion. It's a fact, bro.
Week 5 is going to be very beautiful to see, y'all. I can't wait because I see the trolls going on.
I got news for you, too. Wait, I got a little bit of breaking news for you today. The AP voters, not me, not you, not fans. The AP voters voted 6 first place votes for Sauce, 6 first place votes for Sauce Gardner as the top cornerback in the league. Surtain only got 3 out of the 9 votes. So it's not me talking shit saying Sauce is better. The media and other people believe he's better. So I'm not going to argue my opinion. It's fact.
Hey, Nick, come on. You know all of them. We don't really give a damn about media's opinion. They don't ever play the game. But
is he froze? Oh, okay.
Here, man. I just can't stand this guy.
But I'm saying, like,
does he sound this drunk every time he's here?
Yes.
No, I quit drinking 6 months ago. Don't go there.
Oh my gosh, man.
No, but let me ask you this, Jake. Man, you guys are having some bad luck with the injuries. Tim Patrick can't stay healthy. It's been 2 years in a row. Jerry Jeudy's going to miss some time. What is there at wide receiver position that's going to kind of give you some confidence that you're going to actually be able to have some offense going?
We got that wide receiver Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. We got Cortland Sutton. I love. I think it's Greg Dulcich. It's our tight end. Let me tell you something. Sean Payton never worries about the wide receiver. I hate to say it, but it's kind of good. He throws the ball. His system, and y'all know this. Look at Alvin Kamara. Look at Jimmy Graham. He throws it to a lot of tight end running backs. He's going to throw the ball quick, fast, and in a hurry. He knows his offensive line's not ready yet. He knows he's building it. So he's going to throw quick, fast, and in a hurry passes, which is perfectly fine. In fact, I think that's exactly what Kyle Shanahan did in San Francisco. I believe Miami's doing that right now in the AFC East side. Sure. These guys are doing this for a reason. You're getting rid of the ball fast. Russell's going to listen like he's been listening this whole time. You're going to throw the ball fast, get it done. And in the end, you're chasing one team. You're chasing the Chiefs. You took Frank Clark. Chris Jones still has yet to even go there. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised. If this team very well wins 12 games this year. I don't see more than 5 losses on this record at all.
Yeah, we're gonna rename you to Wake and Bake Jake. It's okay, Jake. Hey, I still love you, dog.
Did you say 5?
This is very well true. I have a good feeling this year we sweep y'all.
Oh
shit! This guy.
Jake, you do
like a Chief fan. I'm offended.
Jake, you do know y'all haven't beat us since 2015, right? It's been 8 years.
Told you we had a good head coach the last time we beat you. We've had a bunch of bums walk in after Gary Kubiak left.
You had Peyton Manning, though.
Nick, we know that. Come on.
You had Peyton Manning when you were beating them.
Nah, Peyton Manning was cooked in 2015, bro. He was cooked.
He won because of our defense.
Yeah, Peyton. Yeah, that defense was nice.
But 17
was cooked. Didn't he miss like what 6-7 games that year? Brock Osweiler had to come in and something like that. And,
a couple for us. That's all we needed.
Yeah.
you know.
But I'm gonna put you back in the green room, Jake, and we're gonna bring on the lady of the hour, and not only because she happens to be a fan of the Super Bowl champions, but Carrie, she's just awesome. I mean, come on, and hey, smart women follow the Chiefs. Carrie, how you doing?
Is that what it is?
I mean, smart women, yes.
Is that DT?
Is that
Yeah,
DT?
it is DT.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
all
right. That's
That's
right.
right. That's right. And by the way, is that hot take a hot Dorito or a hot Cheeto or something? To go follow up with his bong hits or something? Because he's obviously from Colorado. Sorry.
He got the munchies, Carrie. He got the munchies.
Listen, he either needs to share it with all of us so we can see the same vision, or something.
Cool says what's up. Cool says what's up.
That's my man, Cool. Yes, sir.
All right, Carrie. Before we get started, go ahead and let the audience know where we can find your content at, my love.
Well, I am one of the three co-hosts of Three Chicks in a Pod, and you can find us there. Where we always have a show on Tuesday nights. It's a 30-minute John that we take women's take kind of on the sports and things that are important out there.
What else are y'all doing?
You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on our webpage, on our Facebook page. You can find me. I'm not shy. Let's put it that way.
All right, you out there, Ms. K. So, my audience is tired of me talking about our Kansas City Chiefs. So the floor is yours.
Your audience, your co-host.
We're tired of you talking about anything.
Your co-host is tired.
Yeah, I'm about to start muting people in this. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead and give us your breakdown of the 2023 season for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's be realistic. Would I love to have a perfect season? That would be great, but no, that's not going to happen. And honestly, I feel like we're going to go 12-5. I feel like there's five out there that we'll take. And the chin. I mean, who predicted that the Colts would beat us last year? Yeah. Our defense let them have that win. So there's 5 out there. I'm solid 12-5 on us. We will be in the off season. I don't, as much as money and time that has been spent in the AFC West, there's no way that I just have a hard time believing that there's been enough money spent and enough people brought in. You've got Hot Cheeto Man over there that thinks that the Broncos are going to be it, and they're not. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel like them and the Raiders are going to be fighting for the bottom. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the Chargers, but the Chargers are.
The rest of humanity agrees with you.
And then you've got the Chargers, who are like that broken Charger. I call them sparklers anyway, but that broken Charger where it charges for a while and then it quits. It leaves you hanging. At the most inopportune time, they're going to not be hot, and that's fine. We're okay with that. I don't think that Kellen Moore is going to bring anything more out of Herbert than anybody else has, because I think it's the system and not. I think Herbert's a great quarterback. I think it's their system, and they have a way of fizzling out, and it just always seems to happen that way. So you got it down, but it's between those two. I don't think that Russ is going to cook much. I don't think he likes that holding on to that baby, and he doesn't throw like you said. That's his safety net, and he sits there and holds it. We watched how that worked last season. I do feel like that we know it's hard to go back to the Super Bowl back to back. We know that it is hard. Doesn't matter. It's proven it hasn't. I mean, there's no one that has done back to back in what 10, 15, no, what was it?
Patriots was like
decades. I mean, I was still alive, but it's been a hot minute.
I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. It's hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I am nervous about Chris Jones.
Yes.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Let's be real.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we did it we've done it with mediocre defenses. We've made it with mediocre defense because Andy Reid, Mahomes, and then Kelsey. I mean, that trio, Mahomes and Kelsey share a brain. Yeah. I'm like, they literally share a brain somehow. They're on the same, and they go out there and hot dog, and no one else knows what's going on, but they do. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just feel like that's the thing. But I feel like that we have a really good set of new people coming in. I feel like we're bringing back, with Creed being our center. I think he is Jason Kelsey 2.0, and I think that he is going to be the mark of any further centers out there, because I think that he brings that kind of energy and defense. I don't think we're going to be hurt that Orlando Brown is gone. I don't think that's an issue. I don't think we know that Frank Clark, while he is a great player, he's well past his prime, and I'm not sure that he's going to be, a huge. I kept saying, well, we got Frank Clark. We took subtraction. No, not really. Okay. The Shark was great. I did like him, but I don't think that's a big turning point there. But yeah, I think that I think it's easy that we can pull 12 out. We will be in the postseason. Do I think we're going all the way back? I don't ever jinx my team. So no, I'm not going to say that. Yeah. But we will be a force that people have to get around at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
All right.
Yeah, you said it best.
As long as you got 15 playing quarterback, you're always going to be in contention, a contender, and a tough out. We know that.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, the first Super Bowl that we won, I was born that September. So our first the very first Kansas City Chiefs football, our Super Bowl was in 1970. Right. So February 1970, I was born in September. And then we get to my 50th year, and we me for being a fan for 50 years, we get a Super Bowl win on my 50th year around the sun. So I've been through it all. I've watched it, the highs, the lows. I've been a Griefs fan for more years than I want to tell you that I was. They were my good Griefs instead of the Kansas City Chiefs, but that's okay because we have earned this little time in the spotlight, and I think that it's been fun to watch and bring and see how that expands, because it was a long time coming to the kingdom.
Yep. Hey, I tell the fellas all the time, Carrie, like it ain't always been roses over here, and we've had some letdowns before we got to this moment here. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you pretty much said everything that most Chiefs fans with common sense will be able to drop out there, because I mean we just haven't been in that position before 5, 6, 7 years ago. We just haven't. And I'm with you on the expectations, as in, hey, I don't know if we're going to end up in the Super Bowl again, but the fact of the matter is we always got a shot to be there. It's not a guarantee. It really isn't, because I need our Chiefs fans to understand this. We've gotten 2 Super Bowl championships in the last 5 years with mediocre defense, and Chris Jones is part of that. So even if you don't have them a part of that, just still give me the mediocre defense. Give me a 15th ranked defense.
We got the hottest quarterback out there in high flying, and has helped change the roadmap of the game, and the fact that everybody wants to be like, you hear the description, oh, he's a lot like Mahomes. He can do this, this, and this. Well, we don't have to be like Mahomes. We have Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Lamar, I don't understand how you say mediocre defense for the Chiefs. Last year, you guys gave up 369 points.
Because I listened to all the garbage that people throw out there. Of course, we weren't even supposed to be a wild card, but maybe make a wild card visit last year.
Yeah.
And the playoffs.
And what I mean,
no, I was about to compliment you guys. Last year, you gave up 369. The Broncos, which we heard were so great, gave up 359. So your defense is is good for today's NFL. You're not giving up 170 anymore like the Ravens did back then, right? With that elite year in 2000. You're going to give up. Most teams are going to give up in the threes. Some will give up in the fours. And with your offense, giving up 369, you're going to win 12-13 games.
So what I mean by that, Nick, is that total defense and both Super Bowls that have been won, it's been a 15th total defense from the Chiefs, and there's been a 19th total defense. And so what I mean by as in just give me a mediocre defense, just be ranked in somewhere in between there as a total defense. Because the Chiefs defense, they're going to give up yardage like hell. Now, one thing that the Chiefs did do well is that the fact is that they literally they didn't allow people to score a lot in the red zone. So they were a good red zone defense. Second half of the season, they got a little bit better. So I mean, you know,
I don't know who that is, but I like him.
Hey, if it's the real Aaron Rodgers, man, oh my gosh, man, you're gonna be better for your life.
Hey, wait, he came out of his dark room.
Yeah, he came out of his dark room, you know, on that hot booster, you know. Hey, you know, I've been keeping my you know, my trash talk to a minimum with Nick because I'm just like, I just can't wait for week 4, and hopefully I could get up there. But I you know what, I don't, you know, we at this spot now where we don't talk. We just see if y'all can, you know, come up to our level.
So do you remember the big thing about Aaron Rodgers coming into Arrowhead Stadium, and it was going to be the big duel, and we end up playing Love. Do we remember this?
He had COVID.
Do we remember all that hype?
He got rolled out for COVID.
Yeah, got ruled out for COVID. But the year before, Patrick had the knee injury and he missed the Packers and Chiefs Sunday night game. So this is our first matchup of it. I can't wait for it. I'm gonna bring the rest of the fellas in, and then I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a little questions and just kind of you know, kind of bring everybody in here. We got Omar, of course, with the Raiders, and we got Wake and Bake Jake. And
Cheeto man.
I've been here.
You're muted though.
I just want to say, Jake, I cannot believe within 30 minutes of being on another show, you have been deemed 3 new whack nicknames for your horrible predictions, and we're going to continue to insult you and make fun of you every week on the bottom line.
When we start winning, it changes.
Hey, proof's in the pudding. So we'll see.
When you start winning, hell will freeze over.
He got more nicknames than Babe Ruth.
Hey, so Jake, kick us off right here, man. What do you think about the Chargers this year, man?
Look,
the Chargers representative, I don't know what happened, so we'll talk about him. Go ahead.
Well, Kellen Moore, I felt was overrated. Not only that, I don't think Dallas is going to do anything. So don't worry, Dallas. Don't get your hopes up. But Kellen Moore is just overrated. Brandon Staley has just showed us what a mediocre coach he's been. I feel bad for Justin a little bit, but then it's just the Chargers. I mean, they always do this. They get their hopes up. I mean, they signed Khalil Mack last year. They've kept Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. They have a good team. I had that team in the AFC Championship last year, and they failed to even win one game in the playoffs and lost to the Jaguars, who I think doesn't even have
where did you have the Chiefs? I'm so curious.
I have y'all as a wild card. Y'all be losing now. Yeah, y'all are a wild card team, but y'all be losing in the divisional round.
No. I asked last year. Were you one of those great people that had us at maybe a wild card?
No, I had y'all in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. I just think he's a bit overrated. Everybody has him as the best quarterback in the league. Yeah, I don't know him that way.
Wow.
He's not better than Joe Burrow.
Do you work in just work out in the fields and when they're burning the plants? Where is it that you work, dude?
Let me say this, though.
Wow.
I like that Carrie's not roasting. Carrie didn't roast him.
You be standing in the fields when it be burning.
She's got legitimate concern for his mental well-being. She's not roasting him. She's like, wait, what is going on?
Hey, something's got to be wrong with your brain, sir.
Hey, Mel,
That's a good therapist. You need. I mean, they do these things that are telecommute appointments. I can get you some of those if you need them.
Pat Mahomes is not the better quarterback than Joe Burrow. I
will say this though.
You were no. You were saying Russ was all this. Why are we switching to Joe Burrow?
No. Russ is going to do what he does. I'm just saying, Patrick. Whenever you ask me about Patrick Mahomes, I believe he has Andy Reid. That's what I have. That's what I see. He has Andy Reid. I believe when he loses Andy Reid, we will get the real Patrick Mahomes. And I see Andy Reid leaving within the next 3 to 4 years.
Also, another 3-4 years of excellence, and then
I'll take it.
A long time. That's a long time, buddy.
One Super Bowl.
Okay, now we're having to give larger time frames. Okay, cool. I got you.
Hey, Mel, jump in here. Jump in here.
Look, man. You make me want to smoke.
Sorry.
Damn.
Maybe not sorry, but go ahead.
I'll give you this, Jay. It's a good argument of saying Mahomes and Burrow. It's a good argument, but to say Mahomes overrated. Come on, man. That's a little far fetched. I mean, you can tell when someone's in a system and they doing exactly what's in that system, and you can tell when someone has a skill and is working in a system. And Mahomes is working in the system, but he still has the skills because you can see when he has to go outside of that system and create a play. That's skill. That's not the system.
I hate that. I'm agreeing with Mel. God damn it, Jake. Look what you're making me do. You're making me agree with Mel. We never agree.
I mean, we won the Super Bowl with a one-legged quarterback.
So good. Mahomes' talent is so good. You could argue that Mahomes' talent is the system. Like, we can't sit here and take jabs at Patrick Mahomes. As much as I dislike Mar and would love to shit on his team or him personally, you cannot shit on Patrick Mahomes. His talent is elite. His arm talent is elite.
Guys, get away from his son.
That he's got is elite. Hold on. Don't talk. You can't look at Mahomes and say he is not the best quarterback in the league. You could say Burrow does some things better than Mahomes, and I'll agree with that. I think Burrow will sit in the pocket a little longer. But no.
Guys, it's a diss putting him as a top 3 quarterback in the league.
Look.
That's not what you said, though. That's not what you said, though, bro. That's not what you said. Don't backpedal. That's not what you said. You think he's overrated. That's a whole different argument.
That's why I say he's overrated.
He's the best quarterback in the past decade, man. Come on, stop being dumb, Jake.
Listen, what's your email address? I'm gonna send you these psychiatrist links.
20 years.
Blinded, man. The sun is on you.
Hey, Miss Kelly, jump in here. What are your final thoughts on how you kind of see the Chargers kind of positioning themselves in this division?
Who did you ask? I'm sorry, I was busy.
You.
Yeah.
I think I honestly believe that they will be middle of the pack. So I think that you've got Raiders and Broncos fighting for the bottom spot. Raiders have the edge with porn star Jimmy, but I'm not sure. I don't think that Russ is even close to earning what you guys have paid him, and I don't think you're going to get what you have paid out of him. I think Russ was already on the decline. Why do you think Pete Carroll said, please?
Yeah.
Right.
Magic fingers, he's gone. I'm glad. Because look what happened. Geno Smith stepped up, and look what Pete was able to do with Geno Smith. So
hey, I feel you.
I do not believe that you all are going. That was a really dumb play. Really dumb play. I think that the Chargers are going to be second or third, and I think that is actually it. In my mind, I see it: Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders, because Raiders have lost too much, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
Okay,
I agree with that take. All things equal, every team healthy, that should be how it shakes out.
That should be how it shakes out. Yep.
Jump
I just
in,
want to say
Herb.
one thing. Can I?
Go ahead.
May I jump in? Because you know how.
Go
I
ahead.
feel about the you know how
Jump
I
in
feel
here,
about the Chargers. I just want to tell Brandon Staley a couple things about the management of a team. My friend, first of all, everyone on earth has questioned your fourth down decision, so I'm not even going to go there. But the fact that you played Mike Williams in a non-essential game in week 17 or 18, whatever, of last year to ruin your season and my fantasy season, I have some problems, Brandon Staley. All right? I got some problems, right? I was counting on Mike Williams to take me to the championship, and you got him hurt in the last game. And then you gave up 27 points to the Jaguars comeback to lose in the wild card round. The Chargers, you know what? If I was a Chargers fan, which I don't know if there are any anymore since they left San Diego, I would be even worse off than now as I am as a Raiders fan. At least as a Raiders fan, I know we've sucked. And I know we've had our good years, but the Chargers are perpetual letdowns. I think at last week of every season, every year. Now, that being said, I do think that Justin Herbert unlocks a new channel this year with Kellen Moore. I don't agree with anyone else. I do think that Kellen Moore is what Justin Herbert needs to win the MVP, but I still don't think the Chargers are better than a number 2 in the AFC West and, 12 wins at the most.
So the perpetual image of the Chargers is Phillip Rivers laying on the field throwing a 2-year-old tantrum. That's my view of the Chargers. And that's week 16 or 17 every year.
Right.
Let me ask you this, Jake. Where do you see your Broncos kind of lining up in, not just in this division, but in the AFC as a whole? I mean, this is a gauntlet of an AFC. Where do you think your Broncos kind of fit in there?
Well, this year the Broncos will play the AFC. Well, our whole division will play the AFC East. I have the Dolphins as the best team in the whole entire NFL this year right now. The Dolphins,
my fucking goodness.
Dangerous team. So
that lines up with everything else you've said. That makes sense.
I'm gonna pass out here. Can someone please give me air? God bless.
The motherfucking Dolphins.
Wait, hold on.
Hey, Omar, now I know what the blood part is, Omar.
All right.
Wait, hold on.
Now I know what the blood part is. It all makes sense.
The Dolphins, the Dolphins picked up.
Hold on, let him say his take.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead, I'm let you finish.
The Dolphins picked up the best defensive coordinator you could pick up in Vic Fangio. They got Jalen Ramsey.
Defense already and called it out.
Hold on, Nick.
Go ahead and finish.
They're going to be great. So Denver against them, I see us losing. I think the Bills drop off. I think the Jets will be the team that everybody picks on paper that sucks in the end. So you got nothing to worry about there. I think the Patriots are going to be the Patriots. I mean, my gosh, he released 2 of his other backup QBs. He's got no other QB except Mac right now. The AFC North is the other biggest gauntlet division. I think Denver matches up well with everybody except the Bengals in that division. I think Lamar is overrated as well. I think he's a runner. He doesn't do much well. I think the Steelers are a quarterback away from being good. I think the Browns messed up on theirs. I think what she thinks about Russ's deal is what I think about the Browns' deal with Deshaun.
Oh, I agree with you on that one too. Oh my God, I'm agreeing with you. I must be stoned.
The AFC South, there's only one team that's viable in the AFC South, and that is the Jaguars. Every other team will be mediocre at best or worse. So in the end, there's 3 teams Denver has to watch out for: the Dolphins, the Bengals, and we got to get the Chiefs down. That's it. We beat those teams, we have a legitimate shot. And Legacy, well, my nickname, Hot Take Jake, will be screaming Super Bowl goals once again if we can take down those teams. Now, we play each of those teams this year. So we really get to test what happens.
Dude, hey, I want him back on the show at the end of the season with him.
Absolutely.
Trust. We'll have him back on.
I don't.
Absolutely.
He won't show up. He ain't show up last year. He ain't show up last year when he said Russ was going to be the MVP, and then when they started
By the
sucking,
way,
he ain't show up.
Omar, I have to agree with you. If Tom Brady ends up on that field, my God, come to the Chiefs. Don't go to Dallas. That's rude. That's just, I mean, really. Go ahead. We'll embrace you on our side here.
Miss
I do not
Terry,
like the Raiders. I do not like the Broncos, and I do not like Tom Brady.
Yeah, that kind of hits all the points for sure. Miss Carey, go ahead and give us your breakdown on how you see where the Chiefs stack up as a whole against this whole division amongst this gauntlet of AFC.
Listen, nothing. It's any given Sunday, and you know, for that, I love it. I love football. That's why I love it. That's why it's the bane. That's why. Anyway, I see us. Our main competitors are going to be the Jags. I think Trey Lawrence already showed us last year what he can do with 1 year under Doug Peterson. I think we'll see that even more explosive this year. I feel like I'm very interested in seeing how the Jets play, because I want to see, they had a lot of the parts and they were missing a quarterback. Now they have a quarterback. Will he work in their system, or is he going to try to run things like he did? Bengals. Bengals are going to be our albatross as long as they have Burrow. And I mean, that's our new rival, I think. Until the West everybody gets their stuff together, I think the Bengals are our albatross. So where do we see it? I'm not even going to tell you where I think we're going to be in the postseason, because I don't do that. I don't put my Chiefs in the postseason ever, because we'll be playing there. But I'm not going to tell you where I put them, because I'm just not going to do that.
I'll say
it's
it for
my
you.
Superstition.
No, I got you. You said 12-5, so I see us in the playoffs for sure. That gets you in the playoffs for sure in the AFC. Real quick, kind of give me your final takes on this AFC as a whole. Obviously, you're not too confident on your Raiders, but give us a synopsis on this AFC as a whole in general.
Sure. Yeah. I think the Chiefs obviously have been the team to contend with ever since Patrick Mahomes has entered the NFL. No matter what, Cold Take Jake likes to say, Patrick Mahomes is by far the best quarterback in the past 10. And I don't know how long Brady went. I'll say 10. Anyways, that being said, he is 16-0 on divisional road games. He doesn't even lose on the road to AFC West opponents. He's 27-3 against the AFC West since coming into the league. Patrick Mahomes is the star of the show. He's got Kelsey, even though he's turning 34 in October. It don't matter. That dude's a machine. Y'all are going to work out the contract with Chris Jones. It will get figured out by the season, as it always does. He wants to be a champion. The Kansas City Chiefs are one of the best teams in the league and have the chance to repeat as the first team in the past in 20 years to do so. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't. I do think they will win the most games in the AFC. I do think they will have that first bye. I don't think they will repeat it. It's very, very hard in the NFL to repeat. The Chargers. I already said all I had to say about the Chargers. Their failures in last year, and Brandon Staley's very much troubles as a head coach. He's going on the way of Josh McDaniels and Nathaniel Hackett. That being said, I do think the Chargers will win 11 games. I do think they will have a good season. I don't know how far they go. I don't see them winning the championship, but they'll be in contention. The Broncos. Oh, God bless. The Broncos. The Broncos went out and purposely got Nathaniel Hackett to get Aaron Rodgers. They failed at that. That didn't happen. They went out and had to get Russ, who, as previously was said very astutely by Kerry, that Geno Smith performed much better with as Russell Wilson's replacement in Seattle with Pete Carroll. Do I think Russell Wilson is completely washed? No. Do I think he's past his prime and he's not going to be any better than, his last 2 years in Seattle? I don't. Does that mean that the Broncos can be a little better? It does. The Broncos will be better because their team is better. I know they're dealing with injuries, but I still see them being third. I cannot see them making the playoffs even with Sean Payton. That's going to be tough for the Broncos because what do you do after Russell Wilson, right? After that, you're pretty much, as Kerry said, an albatross. And then you already know how I feel about my Raiders pulling up the rear, playing like some rear, and Josh McDaniels being fired mid-season. Let's go bring back John Gruden.
All right.
Nick, jump in here. Kind of give me like your full synopsis of this the division and how you see it shaking out.
I agree with Omar and Carrie. It should end up Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. One thing I'm looking forward to seeing is Kellen Moore. I think Dak Prescott holds an offense back in big games, and I think that Kellen Moore with Justin Herbert, this guy's going to be talked about and be a head coach candidate immediately. I really do. I think Dak Prescott in big moments just fails, and I think Herbert, that talent. This, Mar and Mel. This is not me talking shit now because Jake's here. I said before Sean Payton even picked the team, if I'm Sean Payton, I let my agent let the word out that I want to go to the Chargers and I want Justin Herbert for the next 15 years. Right. And I thought that's where Sean Payton should have went. I'm surprised Sean Payton went where he went because Russ is an old dog, and it's sometimes it's tough to teach those old dogs new tricks. I thought he would have been better off tying himself to a young quarterback coming up, but that he chose where he chose. But I think that Kellen Moore is going to be a head coach candidate, if not this year, then the following season. I think him and Herbert together will be nice. They have a lot of talent on that team. Like if you look at the Chargers roster, you look at the receivers, Everett's not a bad tight end. You got Eckler in the backfield. You got Herbert. Right. You got Derwin James. You got Bosa. You got J.C. Jackson, the quarter who came back. You got talent everywhere. You got Mac on the team. You got one of the most talented teams in the NFL on paper. The art of being a good coach in the NFL is bringing the talent together, find a way to maximize the talent, finding a way to execute on Sundays, finding a way to get the most out of your players while not you feed Eckler the ball, but you got to keep your receivers happy. There's an art to coaching and play calling and play design and play execution and making the team elite. They have all the possibilities in the world. And a couple of you guys have shit on Staley, rightfully so. And if you put Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan running the Chargers, they might be a Super Bowl favorite. I think coaching is what holds that team back. They have the talent everywhere. You can match them up position for position with everybody in the NFL. But the problem seems to be that you're up 28-3 or whatever it was, 30-3 against the Jaguars in Jacksonville, and then you lose that. That's coaching. We all shit on when the Falcons blew 28-3. We knew it was coaching. Like you got to find a way to execute, get some first downs, let the clock run, and get the hell out of there. That being said, I know we've done our whole AFC now. With the AFC East plays the AFC West. Don't sleep on the Jaguars with their schedule and their opponents ending up with the 1 seed because they don't have to play one of those gauntlet divisions like we're playing you guys.
Fair point.
So don't sleep on the Jaguars ending up with the 1 because we're going to beat each other up. Yeah,
they looked good last year in that play when they were in Kansas City.
Trevor Lawrence is my pick for MVP this year. When you add Ridley and now Kirk goes to a number 2, don't sleep on the Jags with that schedule and ending up with the 1.
Yeah, I have the Jags pegged for 11 wins, and I think they're going to be a really good resurgent team. That being said, I've analyzed the AFC West and the Chiefs roster. Schedule. I just can't see them, like Kerry said, losing more than 5 games. So at 12 wins, I would see them at 12 or 13 having the most wins in the conference. So
Yeah, that's fair. Detroit, take us home. Give us your final thought process of this whole AFC West, man.
I mean, really, ain't much more you can say because the Chiefs at the top for sure. I think that it's a few storylines I like to see. Like this is a couple people was crapping on Kellen Moore, so this is his chance to prove that he is legit, and this is his chance to audition for a head coach job. So I think that storyline there is something to be watching for this year. Going to the Broncos, this is a chance to see, okay, was it actually coaching with Russ, or was it just Russ? Now he won't have an excuse. He has a great coach there, so he still is the same Russ. He has no excuses. Yeah. Especially if everybody comes back healthy and he has healthy receiver, healthy weapons, and now you have a great coach. There's no excuses. So that's another storyline to watch. Now, next storyline is the Raiders. Fire the coach. Fire the coach. He's proven that he can do it. He proved it in Denver. Now he's going here to Vegas. And he's doing the same thing.
And he's shown Indianapolis. Can't forget that. He's shown Indianapolis.
And he's shown Indianapolis. I forgot about that. Yeah. And just like I think it was Nick who said it too earlier. You got to look at the fact that he had a chance to have a great team with Carr and Adams.
And Adams and
and then what's the name? Connor Renfro and I can't think of my man's name. Waller. Yeah, Waller. Yeah. And they got rid of quarterback. So here's the thing. You get rid of quarterback, your top receiver who came in for the quarterback now is disgruntled because of that. So now you have a problem there. You get rid of Waller. You get rid of Waller, who's one of your top people to help score.
In summary,
there. How the hell you can say that you a good coach? That doesn't make sense.
I need some of those buds.
Right. It just doesn't make sense. So I mean, because everybody, y'all already said what the ranking would be. So I agree with that. So my thing more is looking at the storyline. These storylines where I'll be looking at coming out of that division and see what really happens and how fast will they fire McDaniels? How fast will Russ look like shit?
Is that the reason why McDaniel's still there? Is they couldn't afford to lose him, to pay him and somebody else? Isn't that the reason?
Exactly correct. We are cash poor, and Mark Davis had to keep him on for another season in order to not waste the investment that he put into him. That is completely correct.
Right. Yeah. I think that's the bigger thing too. Looking at these storylines in the division. Yeah. So I'm excited to see that. And then I know you asked the question about the AFC as a whole, and I see the Chiefs and the Bengals fighting for that top division. I think this is a great battle. Them going back and forth. I think that's must see TV. The Bills, I don't care about them no more. At one time it was like, oh, let's see what Buffalo gonna do, and year after year, they disappoint. So I don't care about the Bills no more. I want to see the Bengals and the Chiefs storyline in the AFC, and I want to see the Jaguars and see where are they really legit, what they're gonna do this year. So I think that's the storyline, and then I want to see the Ravens. He got weapons now. Yeah. Those who were saying that, hey, man, all he needs is weapons. He's just a running quarterback, like I think Jay has said. Now, let's see. He got weapons. Let's see if he can pass. So I think those are things I'm looking for as far as the whole division. And then last but not least, fuck Nick and the Jets. I want to see.
The fact that it took him an hour and 20 minutes to finally say that is impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive. It is impressive.
Hey, man, I was still shocked by Jake, man. You know what I'm saying?
You still in shock?
I told you.
And my last point is the Jets. The Jets is the other storyline I want to see. It's like, they get a lot of hype. And rightfully so. On paper, they look good. But I want to see how they're gonna live up to that height. Is Aaron Rodgers gonna live up to what Aaron Rodgers is? And he's looking good. He's saying all the right things. Is he gonna keep that up for the rest of the season, or do age kick in and just takes him down?
I'm sorry for Nick, but I see this as Brett Favre 2.0 with the Jets.
All right. Brett Favre, they were 8-3. They were 8-3. They beat the undefeated Titans,
and you didn't make the playoffs.
Tore his bicep and didn't tell anybody, and they lost the last 5 games. So if they stay healthy, I'll sign up for that. You give me healthy Favre and we go like that, I'll take that. But Favre tore his bicep and didn't tell anybody because he gave a shit more about his active starting streak than he did the quality of the team or getting his arm fixed. So
and plus, he was too busy stealing money from welfare.
Damn it!
I was about to say,
Omar, I quit drinking, man. You can't bring stuff like this up, man. You can't bring stuff up like that when I'm sober.
Hey, I got back up Mel. Yeah, he cared more about a volleyball
right
than he did the welfare people.
So I have a question because, and I'm really kind of interested in what Hot Cheeto Man thinks, because he said the Dolphins are up there, and on paper they are. Tua was broken before he left college.
Yeah.
He was broken before he left college and he came into the NFL. And I had questions even then. How long is he going to be able to play? 1. And then 2, when are they? I mean, that was my child. If that was my child, he would be a coach and not a player, because his life is far more important than winning a damn football game.
Agreed.
That being said, he has a Fabergé egg away from being shattered. 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
And there's enough dirty players out there that don't mind to do that.
That is true.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
How long do you guys think that Tua's playing this year? I don't think learning to fall is going to be the savior for him.
When you look at the Dolphins, have questions in the backfield. Most can't stay healthy. Offensive line has some issues. Vic Fangio just came out this week and said, we got some guys who are good, but we got other guys that they don't know what they're doing. They haven't stepped up yet. Ramsey's out until maybe December. They made that big accusation for Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
They got holes. And Tua's health. Football aside, Carrie, you said it perfectly. We've said it on the show. When we talk about Tua, it's like I don't even want to discuss football. I hope the man is okay when he's done playing football. The stuff that we see on the field is concerning.
Yeah, I want to back
in, and it happened again. There's concerning issues with Tua's health as a human being.
Right.
Take the football away. He's an accurate quarterback. He gets the ball out quick. He's a nice player. I hope that the guy's okay off the field when he's done playing. We've seen horror stories like Junior Seau and guys who are taking shots to the head and not making great decisions in life.
He's not far from being a severe and being carted off, and hopefully he I swear to God, I thought he was dead on the field that first hit he took.
Yeah, I want to back
his
Nick
body
and Carrie
locked up, his hands locked up. That was scary as hell.
Yeah. I mean, I want to back y'all both up. I mean,
whatever.
I've never been a parent, but honestly, like if that were my child, I don't know that I'd let him back on the field myself, because that was one of the worst things. I mean, aside from DeMar Hamlin, that I've seen in football, and like I even as Tua, like how do you get yourself prepared for an NFL game where, as Carrie said, people are trying to make money, and they make money by hitting you, and all it takes is one hit to end your career, paralyze you, end your life. Like what? How do you even get into that mind frame to get ready?
I don't know. Hey man, but this has been fantastic, man. I appreciate all 3 of you.
I'm sorry. I enjoy talking smack. I don't know if you picked up on that yet or not, but I appreciate this.
Hey, you're fine. You are totally fine.
Good.
You hide it really well, Carrie. You hide it. You hide it very well.
That's what we do.
Thanks.
About the Dolphins.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Jay. What? What about Mike White?
The Dolphins got Mike White in the offseason. He can throw the
bag of shit.
Are you bragging on it?
What does
Mike
that mean?
White had the same
What
exact
does that mean?
rating in QBR as Zach Wilson.
I'm not saying Miami's in Florida. We all know that.
The same Mike White from Virginia Tech that did nothing. Get out of here, man. We ain't got time for this.
Where's the big neck guy? Where is that? Mike White? Is that? I can't remember his name. I always call him next man up. The guy that has
not a good NFL quarterback.
They have a top 3 head coach in the league. The Dolphins have a top 3 head coach in the league.
Downfield. Mike White is shit. The Dolphins will be shit.
The Dolphins have a top 3 head coach in the league.
Don't say that.
And they do not rely on Tua.
That's not true.
Who are the two in front of him? Who are the two in front of him? If you're saying they're top 3 head coach,
you already know who the two in front are. You already know
Omar,
who the
please.
two.
I need this. Omar, I need this. Mark, you gotta go. I'll run the show and end it. I need to hear this. Give me the two that are in front of him, because I want to hear the rest that are not in front of him. From a guy that's never won a playoff game, you're saying he's a top 3 head coach?
He's a top 3 head coach right now. Absolutely.
Not even in the division. He's not even top 3 in the AFC East.
He's talking about Mike McDaniel.
You talking about Mike McDaniel?
Who are the two guys you have ahead of him?
Coach. He's a better head coach than Kyle Shanahan. He's a better head coach than Kyle Shanahan, and I think he took Kyle Shanahan's system. He's going to evolve it even better because Kyle Shanahan gets it his own way. Mike McDaniel does not do that.
Give me the other two guys in the top 3 because I want to know who you don't have up there.
I told Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Mike McDaniel.
Sean Payton, who has a coach. Sean Payton, who had Bounty Gate. Sean Payton?
Yes.
The guy who's disrespectful, the guy who talks shit, that's a top head coach for you? That matches up with everything you've said today. Thank you.
I think you and Sean was smoking with that 14-year-old.
Mark,
what's
the best reason why?
No. Hey, Mark.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm throwing in the towel for Jake.
Throwing in the towel.
For the bottom line sports, I'm throwing in the towel.
I feel like I'm on a hidden camera show.
Right.
I would pay to fight Bill Belichick. I don't care if Bill Belichick is 73 years old. I would pay to fight Bill Belichick right now because Bill Belichick is that good as a coach. How do you have Mike Williams, who's never or Greg McDaniel, who's never won a playoff game, above Peterson, who's won a Super Bowl? How do you have him above? Harbaugh?
They're top 10. Those are top 10 head coaches.
How do you have him above?
I have another head coach that hasn't won the Super Bowl either. I have Brian Daboll in my top 5.
Now,
I just go by what I saw, what I have seen, and it's facts.
Oh, are you vision impaired?
An opinion is not a fact, my friend. An opinion is not a fact.
I want these guys all on the show soon. I can't wait to make sure every one of y'all.
But you know
what?
what?
A playoff game in 23 years, but they got a top 3 head coach.
All right, wrap it up.
Hey, it's all good. Hey,
that's the first time Mel's ever said wrap it up.
We'll let Jake have his opinions. It's all good. That's the beauty of sports. Hey, but you know what? You know what I appreciate about you, Jake? You stand 10 toes down on it. It may be crazy as hell, but you stand 10 toes down on it. So I at least give you that.
No jokes, Lamar. No jokes, bro.
Nah, we leave you alone.
No jokes.
First of all, I wouldn't even think.
He didn't say 9 toes. We didn't say 9 toes. He said 10.
He said 10 toes down. For the rest of you who don't know, I had surgery and had a toe removed in June. I had my big toe removed. So listen to Lamar trying to talk shit. Oh, I got 10 toes on the ground.
Oh, he bragging about your 10 toes, sir.
All right.
Fucked up, Mark. Fucked up, Mark.
Thank you.
First of all,
I'm coming on this program no more.
Insensitive prick. You insensitive prick, Lamar. Other things I can't do. I can't play tic-tac-toe. I can't tiptoe to a refrigerator. Carrie, I'll never get you to love me from head to toe. Go ahead, Mar. Let's give all of them.
You can't add with even
numbers. He did go to the market.
Can't play hopscotch.
I'm not even allowed to stand under mistletoe. That's how bad it is.
I know you'll suck at double dutch, but it's okay. Well, look, this was enjoyable. Miss K, one more time, give the people where they can find you at all your content. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, listen, find us on Tuesday nights. We're a 30-minute show. It's myself, Jen, Jen Lewis and the Queen of Hoops, Megan Price.
Next week's vodka. It's like me and Jen.
I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in because I heard 3 ladies anyway, so I'm tuning in.
I mean, we have a good time.
Yeah,
I will
and
too.
3 chicks in a pod. We're on the Twitter. We're on Facebook. Find us there. You can find us. You can link me with any of that, or just look me up. I'm Carrie Johnson, Chief Chicks 87.
All right. Thank you, Miss K. Miss K.
Thank you for coming on, sir.
Hey, appreciate it.
Hey, Jake, go ahead, get the people and let them know where they can find you at, my brother.
Well, we're with Let's Talk Sports, the Bottom Line Sports. We're there every Sunday at 7 p.m. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear Jake. If you want to listen to the smart topics and stuff that's about to happen, and you want to jump on a ship before I sail away, you find me there and you follow me. Because I'm telling you right now, people are laughing now. They cry later.
Your ship is the Titanic, sir.
Not crying now.
Did you just quote like a tattoo shop, like tattoo laugh now, cry later, like little vision? What are you doing, man? You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing us.
Omar, remember, you're
embarrassing us.
You're going to see this.
You're embarrassing us.
Oh my god.
Oh, go ahead, man. Let us know where they can find the content at, bro.
Go ahead, Omar.
Hey, y'all.
Jesus.
I am so sorry for my friend and my brother and the embarrassment that is Hot Take Jake. I promise you,
he made it fun though. He made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, he made it fun.
And you know what? And he makes the Bottom Line fun. Go check out the Bottom Line Sports every 8 p.m. Eastern every Sunday night. We'll be coming to you after the day games, the NFL, right before the night game. You'll have Hot Take Jake. You'll have me. You'll have Flo. You'll have Ken. Check us out at the Bottom Line Sports on YouTube. Go subscribe on Facebook. Come join the group. We have a lot of good content like Mar does on I.O.W. Sports Network. As for me, my sports network is Ball and Buds. That's where you can catch me and all my boys. But yeah, you can catch more of Jake's ridiculousness on Bottom Line. God bless.
So he brings the buds to the Ball and Buds, right?
He brings balls. He brings the buds and he brings the balls sometimes too, apparently.
Hey, Nick, go ahead, plug your content, my brother.
That was fun. You find me Proud New York Jets fans on YouTube, Facebook, and also my name on Twitter. But this was the most fun group that we've had. So thank you.
That was amazing. That was awesome.
Yeah, and it was so much fun that I never even got to say fuck Mel. So fuck Mel.
Detroit Mel, plug away, my brother.
And you can find me at No Name Podcast. Also can find me, of course, here on I.O.W. Sports. Also can find me on YouTube on the Sibling Rivalry on YouTube under the same name, Detroit Mel. And you find me in the club looking at these hoes.
Well, to be fair, Carrie, Mel kind of steals from your show a little bit because you could find him on the weekend with 3 girls and a pill because he.
No.
Well, it was nice.
He said he'd be up in the club.
I don't know how long I.O.W. Sports is going to be on YouTube, but
hey, man. Bill Cosby is my mentor.
Is coming today.
Hey, but the real mess up part. Oh, this is calm for us. This is real. Yeah. This is calm. That's the bad thing.
Hey, I was sad when they locked my mentor up.
I'm surprised y'all have not been kicked off air yet. That's all.
Hey, every day we look.
Mel, tell them who your mentor is, Mel.
Hold on.
Tell them who I told you your mentor is.
Mr. Cosby.
Email. Who got the cease and desist? Who got the cease and desist letter in their mailbox? Who got that?
So Omar, one day I told Mel that he came up idolizing Bill Cosby. He's like, Bill was my mentor.
This is getting ridiculous. See, hey man, if we happen to get past this next 30 minutes, catch us on I.O.W. Sports Network right here on YouTube. If we can get past the next 30 minutes without getting closing it down, like, share, subscribe, spread the word what we got going on. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook. We got the Facebook group, and of course Instagram. Hey, man, catch me, KC Wildcard Mar, Wildcard Chief, also here on the I.O.W Sports Network for all my Chiefs fans. So, hey, man, this was a blast again. Thank you, Jay.
Oh yeah.
Harry. Thank you, Omar. Hey, man, this was a great time. And hey, man, we are out of here. Tap in with me tonight for the late night owl edition. But until then, we'll catch y'all Monday for another episode of I.O.W Sports. We out of here. Yes, y'all. It's your boy Wildcard Mar.